each and everyone into this video. In this video we will be seeing the question and answer part of capital and revenue transactions. Before going on to the question and answer part, I advise you all to just go through the examples of capital and revenue items in the textbook, so that it will give you a clear idea and perspective to how to solve the problems. Generally in this chapter we will be having only theory questions that we should identify whether it is a capital or revenue expenditure, capital receipt or a revenue receipt. So how can we identify? Is there any steps that we can use? There are only 3 steps. Number 1, whenever you see a transaction, you should identify whether it pertains to an asset or pertains to a liability, whether it is an income or an expense. Towards what are they are telling? What is the transaction is telling to us? First, you have to identify whether it is an asset or a liability or income or an expense. Step 2, we should compare it with the business point of view. Generally, every transaction we should always be in the shoes of the business. You should always see in the point of view of business how they see this transaction. And number 3, the useful period of benefits to be received and frequency of occurrence. How frequent the transaction happens, whether it is on daily basis, monthly or yearly basis, how frequent it is, and how much period of benefits that I will receive from that. So if you find an answer through these 3 steps, if you continuously use these 3 steps, it will be a cakewalk for you to answer each and every question in this chapter. Let us move on to first exercise. Let me read it for you. State whether the following expenditures are capital, revenue or deferred revenue. Question number 1. Advertisement expenditure, the benefits of which will only last for 3 years. Whenever we see here the word of advertisement expense, definitely it pertains to deferred revenue expenditure, because the benefits of which will be lasting for only quite a few number of years, and it is such a huge amount where we cannot classify into a capital or revenue. So every time when you see advertisement expenses, it is definitely pertaining to deferred revenue expenditure. Number 2, registration fees paid at the time of registration of a building. So now we are seeing a building. Building is an asset. We are incurring an expenses towards an asset. So we are purchasing a building. That is, whenever we purchase a building, we will register. So now seeing on the business point of view, I am doing a business, I am purchasing this building, and at that point of time only I will be paying my registration fees. Afterwards I'm not necessary to pay such amount. So that is called capital expenditure. The occurrence is that only one time, whenever in the initial stages of the building that I purchase, at that time only I will be paying the registration fees. So this transaction is a capital expenditure. Number 3, expenditure incurred on repairs and whitewashing at the time of purchases of an old building in order to make it usable. We should see clearly in this question, we are purchasing a building, but whenever we see this transaction, we just assume it as a revenue transaction because it is old. We should clearly see at the time of purchase of an old building. I think it can be a second-hand building, okay, but we are purchasing, and for that we are incurring repairs and whitewashing. So that is a capital expenditure. At the time of purchasing, we are doing. For example, if this question is suppose it is like repairs and whitewashing for every month, then it is a revenue expenditure. But in this question, it is simply they have given at the time of purchase of an old building. So clearly we can say it as a capital expenditure. At the time of purchasing, they are incurring whitewash and repairs and maintenance. So that makes it as a capital expenditure. Number 2, classify the following items into capital and revenue. The same things. In this question, there will be the same things keep on repeatedly coming. So this makes your conceptually strong, makes your mind conceptually to grasp each and everything. Number 1, registration expenses incurred for purchase of land. Whatever we saw, that is the same thing, capital expenditure. Repairs charges paid for remodeling of the old building purchased, same, capital expenditure. Number 3, carriage paid on goods purchased. Carriage paid on goods purchased. Carriage is nothing but simply whenever we purchase a goods, suppose it is a bulk goods, what we do, the supplier gives it through a truck or a vehicle through which the goods can be transported to our place. So for that we will be paying, that is nothing but transportation charges. 500 or 1000 in minor amounts we will be paying. That is called purchase. Now seeing this in a business point of view, purchase is something that the business usually does to operate and to earn profits. So purchase is something that we keep on doing every day or every month. So this is a revenue item because we keep on purchasing so that our business can earn profits. Fourth one, legal expenses paid for raising of loans. Now loans is something that is a liability that we receive from bank, and we are obligated to pay at some point of time in the future. Now seeing this from a business point of view, a business won't just simply take loan as on when it likes. Only at some point of time only they will be taking loans, because whenever they loans, we are seeing this, it is like the amounts will be like 20 crores, 30 crores. So even though they raise loans for 20 crores, they will be paying more than 20 crores. So generally a business won't keep on raising loans and raising loans from bank. So this is something of capital in nature, and the legal expense paid towards this is that capital in nature, because only when I raise such loans I am paying such legal expense, otherwise I won't pay that legal expense. So this is not more frequent in business times, so that makes it as a